All right, we're going to watch Abby's freestyle here underwater. As we start to watch her freestyle here, the first thing we're going to look at here real quick, the head position. We can see those heads looking a little bit forward. Want to try and drop that head down a little bit more so your eyes are looking straight at the bottom of the pool. The idea is trying to keep your spine in line with everything. So if you can keep your head down, it's really on every single stroke. Obviously, other than backstroke, your head would be up. But keeping your head down really keeps your spine and keeps everything in line a lot better. As you start to do that entry here, you can see how straight that arm is when you first enter. Again, we want to work on having those elbows bent. And the other thing you can kind of see is that your hand's a little bit on a side slant. Try to make sure your fingertips are down just a little bit better so you're catching the water right away when you first start that entry. As you take that breath, you can see how high that head is. I can't see anything in the water as far as your second goggle, so we do want to make sure we work on that second goggle. We like your body position, how you're turning onto your side here. That's fantastic. When you're swimming freestyle, you're really going more side to side, so that's really, really good. Just make sure you work on just getting that second goggle in. And again, we talked about this a little bit on the above water, but you can see that your head is still to the side here, right? You actually can just start to see that goggle. That would be a great head position for that goggle, right? But right there, you can see that your head's still just barely in or still up, and you can see your fingertips are entering and your head's still looking that side. So we do need to work on getting that head down just a little bit quicker than we are right now. Again, you can see that your hand is pointed out to the side, so we're not doing so much of a fingertip entry as we want to see. Let's make sure we get that fingertip entry a little bit better, okay? But other than that, that looks really, really good. As you start to grab that water, you can see a nice bend in your elbow here. Your hand is a little outside of your shoulder. We want to try and get that a little bit more in line with your shoulder so that it keeps right down the middle of your body. You don't want to have it out to your side so much, because as you're pulling out to your side, you're actually pulling a little bit more weak because you're not getting that strength of right down the center of your core. Right here is where your head position looks a lot better. You're looking really good down. So it seems like after your breath, you did a great job of getting that head down. And then as you do your left arm is when you start to lift that head up. So that was, let's just back, you can see. Right here, head position is good. Left hand goes in and you start that pull, and then all of a sudden that chin starts to come up. All right, so work on that just a little bit. And then here again is that kick. We talked about it a little bit above water, but you can certainly see it a little bit better here underwater. So as you take that breath, right here, your legs just stop. Okay, leg here and here, and you're not kicking at all. You got to make sure to maintain that kick the entire time. And part of the thing to think about is this: if you're actually breathing every other stroke, which you tend to do a little more of than what we'd like, that means every other stroke you're pausing a kick. That's a lot of not kicking in a 50 free and a 100 free and a 500 free. So we've got to make sure that we really work on keeping that kick just a little bit more consistent. Again, you're looking a little bit too far forward, but as you go into your turn here, again, what we saw above water and below water, that's fantastic. Okay. The only thing we'd like to see is you can see that your palms are facing up. We'd like to have you try to do, let me rewind it just a little bit. Right here, as you're going into your turn, instead of having your palms up, we'd like to see you turn your palms down so that you're actually trying to throw more water toward your face, and you're pushing down towards the bottom of the pool, which helps bring those legs over just a little bit better. Now you can see your body position here is a little bit down. Part of it is what we saw above water is how straight your legs were. That's why you got to bend those legs a little bit better, bend those knees a little bit better so that you're not then falling. And you can see as your feet are hitting the wall, your feet are almost even below your hips and your body position is here. So we want to work on keeping those feet a little bit higher here so that your hips are here and then your body position is a little bit more straight. You don't want to be quite so far down. As you push off the wall, this is a great streamline body position, great streamline arms. Chin is tucked a little more than we'd like to see. You want to make sure that that chin is not necessarily on the chest, but again, everything should be in line, so it's just keeping it nice and still. Okay? As you start to turn over your stomach, 2, 3, 4. 5 dolphin kicks, which is excellent, okay? You could probably get away with 3 to 4. I think 3 or 4 for you would be a little bit more beneficial, and then a really strong flutter kick. But the one thing you got to be careful on is this position right here. You've all of a sudden taken yourself out of a streamline right as you're getting ready to get into your breakout by lifting up your head. Keep your head down. It's one of the reasons why we talk about trying to get 2 or 3 strokes off of each wall without a breath, is we want to keep your body in a little bit better streamline, okay? As you start that first stroke, you do a great job of getting your hand moving early. Again, first breath is what we want to make sure we're working on. And again, you can also see that your legs are a little low. So I think if you get that stroke up a little bit better, don't breathe right away. Your legs are going to come up a little bit higher, and then that breakout will be perfect. The breakout above water one I thought looked so good. So we know you can do it. Let's just keep it up, okay? Good job, Abby.